Do you think she's going to get removed?
Oh, I think the judge has no choice in it. If he doesn't do that, I mean, that would to me amount to judicial malpractice.
Huge breaking news today, Nez Nation. Oh my gosh, I can just imagine what's going through Fani's Cash Money G's mind right now. She must be seething, bursting through her backwards dress as we speak, because today the Court of Appeals has issued a stay of proceedings. I'm going to explain what all of that means right now. This is a major, huge win for President Trump, and probably with all intents and purposes, it's a 99.99% chance this case does not see the light of court before the election. Hey, Fani, guess what? You failed. It's all over. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. That Grey Goose is looking mighty, mighty tasty right about now. You can see the headline up there. The Georgia Court of Appeals halts all proceedings in the Trump RICO case. Fani Willis trial against Trump is most certainly not happening before the 2024 election. The Georgia Court of Appeals on Wednesday, today, June 5th, has halted all proceedings in the RICO case against Trump and multiple defendants. Here is the actual issuance right here. You can see the Court of Appeals, Fulton County Superior Court, hereby stayed pending the outcome of these appeals. The Court of Appeals hereby passes the following order against Michael Rowan. You can see Trump's name in there. You can see Harrison Floyd, who we had on the show, has hereby passed and stayed all proceedings pending the outcomes of this appeal, this interlocutory appeal, which I'm going to also, stick around. I'm going to show you what Trump attorney, lead attorney, the Pitbull, Steve Sadow, the GOAT of attorneys, his exact response verbatim that he posted on X. If you're not on X, follow me on X, Professor Nez. I'm Professor Nez everywhere, but you got to follow me on X. X is the number one place for all live breaking news, and I post a lot of stuff there too. You can see right there, Court of Appeals of State of Georgia, Clerk's Office, Atlanta, 6/5/2024. I hereby and certify the above as true and exact from the minutes of the Court of Appeals of Georgia. It is official. There is no, barring any miracle, I don't want to jinx it, there is no way that this case is going to see the light of court. And so essentially what this means, as the proceedings below in the Superior Court, this is how it's read here in the actual order, of Fulton County are hereby stayed pending the outcome of these appeals. And so essentially what this means is that President Trump's appeal hearing to disqualify Fulton County District Attorney Fani Cash Money G. Willis, I almost sounded like Trump there, Fani Cash Money Willis, you gotta love her, probably, quite frankly, the worst district attorney of all time. I'm getting better at my Trump impression, excuse me. President Trump's appeal hearing to disqualify Fulton County DA Fani Willis was tentatively set for October 4th. Last month, the Georgia Court of Appeals agreed to review President Donald Trump's appeal to disqualify disgraced, it's a perfect description, Fulton County District Attorney Fani Cash Money G. Willis from the sham RICO case against him. Upon consideration of the application for interlocutory appeal, it is ordered that it be hereby granted. I love this. This is true justice. Finally, Cash Money G. Willis is defeated once and for all. I'll tell you why. This is not clickbait. I will tell you in just a second. Upon consideration of the application, the appellant may file a notice of appeal within 10 days of the date of this order. The clerk of Superior Court is directed to include a copy of this order in the record transmitted to the Court of Appeals. Now, some of you might be wondering, well, what are you talking about interlocutory appeal? That was just the Trump lead attorney, Steve Sadow, the Pitbull. That was their appeal following Judge McAfee's ruling that Cash Money G could stay on this case. Remember, in March, Scott McAfee ruled that Fani Willis will be allowed to remain on the Trump case. It had to be between her and Nathan American Pie Wade. Judge McAfee did, however, force Fani's lover Nathan Wade to be removed from the case. Wade and Willis committed the same crime of perjury during their testimony. You saw that introduction video where it was not just the adulterous affair. It was we had a whistleblower, Amanda Timpson, bless her heart. I mean, she tried to help Cash Money G. She tried to actually do the right thing. And she saw that, wow, this grant money that's supposed to go towards this youth program, the kids, she stole from children as nation. She stole from little kids. Grant money, hard-earned, taxpayer-funded grant money that was supposed to go towards a youth program in Atlanta, in Fulton County. She diverted those funds to buy new iPhones, new MacBooks, new technology, go on vacations. She actually stole from kids. I mean, she misappropriated funds. She lied under oath. She launched this case without any precedence, without any evidence, just so she could get notoriety and fame, and really probably following orders from the White House. I mean, if we really want to be honest. The conflicted McAfee did not have the guts to follow the law and do the right thing and disqualify both the lovebirds. I would even step back and go even further. Not only did he not have the guts to disqualify them both, I think based on all the preponderance of evidence, based on the fact that district attorneys are not only supposed to have the actual conduct of lacking any impropriety, that they actually need to not even appear, not even to appear. That means not only are they supposed to be absolutely on the up and up and conduct themselves with considerable aplomb, dignity, and integrity, they're not even supposed to have the appearance of impropriety. Remember what Sadow said. I would highly implore you to go check out previous videos we've done, live streams from the actual hearing, where the GOAT, Sadow, specifically stated, prosecutors are held to a higher standard. Okay? I mean, all attorneys are supposed to carry themselves with, ethos. But prosecutors, DAs, district attorneys, are held to the highest standard. Fani Cash Money G not only took that higher standard to the lower standard, but she even took it 100 feet below that, below the gutter of integrity. And she has the audacity to go on all these live shows, all these interviews, Rachel Mad Cow Disease. She has the absolute temerity to go and say, they're just attacking me. You know what she does? She plays the race card. They're just attacking me because I'm African American. Daddy needs to tell us what to do because I'm African American. You are the reason, the very reason our country is headed toward the toilet right now under the vegetable and Chief Biden Cash Money. I hope you're watching this. Let me tell you something. Look at these eyes. You're the reason nobody has trust in government. You're the reason that all of these nefarious, criminal, absolutely vile things keep going on behind closed doors. You are the face of hypocrisy. And you know it deep in your heart. And you have the audacity to go to church. You have the audacity to go on these interviews. You have the audacity to go to Miami cocktails and conversations when you should be debating. Yeah, you won the primary, but you're going to lose in November, girl. You're going to lose. You know why? Because you're going to be facing prison time. It's coming, girl. I hope you're ready. So not only did he not have the guts to follow the law and do the right thing and disqualify both of these adulterers, he should have disbarred her. He should have persecuted her to the utmost of the law and actually pressed charges. He should have prosecuted her criminally because it was proven over and over again that she did line after line after line of egregious criminal misconduct. In March, just to kind of give a little bit of background, and then I'm going to show you Sadow's, and I'm going to talk about why this is a victory for Trump. In March, McAfee quashed 6 counts in Fani Willis's indictment, including 3 counts against President Trump. 2 other lawfare cases against President Trump were also postponed and will likely not take place until after the 2024 election. And here is the pit bull. This is the pit bull, Steve Sadow's official response that he posted on X just moments ago. And I quote this, quote, "My statement as lead defense counsel for President Trump in the Fulton County, Georgia case is as follows, quote, the Georgia Court of Appeals has properly stayed all proceedings against President Trump in the trial court pending its decision on our interlocutory appeal, which argues the case should be dismissed and, there's an and there, Fulton County District Attorney Willis should be disqualified for her misconduct." And I say to that, amen, brother. Cash Money G is representative of unbridled hypocrisy. She thought she could get away with all this. She sat back. She said, you know what I'm going to do? With her lover boy, Nathan American Pie Wade, you know what I'm going to do? Not only am I going to cheat on you, a married man, and ruin your marriage, and ruin the fact that you can't give alimony payments to your wife. We did an entire video on that. She sat back and she said, I'm going to be made famous with this trial. I'm going to be going after somebody that everybody on my side of the fence, which is the woke mind mafia, can't stand. I'm going to win points with the president. I'm going to win points with VP Kamala Harris. I'm going to win points with Obama. I'm going to make my kids proud. And on top of that, I can take all this money and not have to do anything about it. Hey, guess what? Pack your bags, Nathan. We're going to Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I'm gonna make you an orange suit in prison. That's where you belong. Cash Money G is going away for a long time. It's all over, girl. Now, why this is a huge win for Trump? The reason why this is an absolutely huge across-the-board win for Trump is as the following. The only impetus, the only reason this case was brought forward at all, was to stop him from campaigning. Now, Alvin Do Nothing Bragg, he got his in, and the sentencing is supposed to happen July 11th, just a few days before the RNC. That actually went to trial, but Cash Money G, she thought this was going to happen. She thought she could get away with murder. She thought she could get away with criminal activity. She thought she could get away with forfeiture of taxpayer funds. She thought she could get away with lying under oath, perjury, an adulterous affair. She thought she could get away with all that and win re-election and be Fulton County DA and profit from that, because she's all about that Monet. She's all about that cash money. That's it. Period. Squadouche. Zero. That's all I got to say. The fact that the Superior Court has said we're not doing jack until this disqualification hearing is completely finished means there is no way, it doesn't have a snowball chance in H. This trial will see the light of court before the election. And if the only impetus was to interfere with Trump's bid to win in 2024, they're going to dismiss all charges because there's no point in taking this trial to court after the election. There's literally no point. The only reason was the spotlight, the limelight. Trump loses everything. I mean, if Trump loses in 2024, it's over. His popularity is not going to be, at least from a hot news item standpoint, he's still going to be popular with us, the people, because we loved his policies and we loved that he cared about America and America flourished under him. But as far as a news item, as far as something that draws the limelight, which narcissistic Cash Money G family is the only thing she cares about, that light is going to dim significantly after the election. So she gets Nathan, she gets nada, she gets nothing, she gets goose egg. That case will be dismissed. But I am telling you right now, I've got such a good feeling about this appeals court. Number one, they're the only reason they would take this case if that odor mendacity reached their nostrils all the way up to the appellate courts. The only way they would take this case if there was enough there, which Judge Pussycat McAfee put in his ruling, there's enough here to appeal, which is why it was granted so quickly, which is why now we're going to possibly see an entirely new trial October 4th. This is huge. And it's a huge win for Trump. It's a huge win for justice for now. To be continued. I throw this off to you guys. I can't wait to hear what you guys think. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Do you think that justice has finally been served? Do you think that justice will finally reach the doorstep of Cash Money G's abode? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below. If you made it this far, I implore you to subscribe to our free newsletter. In the pinned comment, show notes, and description, go click on that link. Give us your best email. Why? If you become a Nez Nation Insider, that's the name of our newsletter, you literally get everything right to your inbox. All our videos, live streams, our giveaway announcements, latest news, top stories, everything you need to know that mainstream media doesn't cover, right to your inbox. So I highly, highly recommend you subscribe and become a Nez Nation Insider to our free newsletter. That is all down below. Check out these videos coming up on the screen, especially this one I posted today. Holy macadamia nut. Subscribe and follow down there. And as always, God bless you and may God bless America. I'll see you soon.